Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching Mostly Sane. I am Prajakta. Welcome back to another Real Talk Tuesday video जो हम कर रहे हैं in collaboration with Google क्योंकि उनका जो Google Impact Challenge है वहाँ पे they are empowering women entrepreneurs who are doing great work to do even better work with lots of resources that they are providing. पिछले हफ्ते हमने बात की थी with April from Girls Inc. NYC. इस हफ्ते हम जिनसे बात करने वाले हैं दैट्स गोना हिट अ लिटिल बिट क्लोजर टू होम. हम बात करने वाले हैं विद अनन्या तिवारी जो को-फाउंडर है ऑफ SwaTaleem फाउंडेशन जो इंडिया में बहुत सुंदर काम कर रहा है अबाउट एम्पावरिंग वुमेन एंड टीचिंग वुमेन एंड मेकिंग देम सॉर्ट ऑफ सेल्फ इक्विप्ड विद लाइफ स्किल्स अदर थिंग्स दैट दे शुड नो academically and otherwise also so that they can have brighter, better, more financially stable futures. और जानेंगे अनन्या से, so let's get into it. So today I'm extra excited because आज जिनसे बातें हो रही है उनसे जैसे कि ना कई बारी जब आई एम हैविंग दीज कॉन्वर्सेशंस ना मेरे मुंह से बड़ी फटाफट से हिंदी निकल जाती है. So आज अगर निकल भी गई it's not going to be a problem because we've got Ananya Tiwari who's from SwaTaleem. How are you doing?
Hi, very very nice. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि हिंदी में बोलने का मौका मिल रहा है. मैं प्राजक्ता को अभी बोल रही थी कि जब हम स्ट्रैटेजी पिच करते हैं हमेशा अंग्रेजी में होता है तो मुझे पता भी नहीं मैं हिंदी में ठीक से बोल पाऊंगी या नहीं but yeah, very happy to be here.
Hey, but tell us a little bit about SwaTaleem Foundation.
First of all, SwaTaleem is actually a mixture of the words Swa and Talim. So it actually translates into owning your education. We work with a chain of government schools called Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, and they were established for extremely marginalized populations. So they are meant for girls who are first generation learners, who come from some of the lowest caste groups in India, could be religious minorities as well, are Dalit tribal populations. And so from the beginning, we've kind of tried to stay away from, this savior complex that we go to communities and offer them solutions. But instead, we really wanted them to take charge of their own education, and we kind of become facilitators in that process. And it's been a very humbling journey so far.
Again, girls' education is something that's so close to my heart. And I want to know this from you because as SwaTaleem, how do you get families or communities to let their girls go to get education? Because I feel like that was one of our biggest challenges. A lot of times we had to go ahead and keep convincing families and keep convincing communities as to why they should let their girls out of the house for a few hours so they could get education.
This is such a complex problem. Now, if the parents allow their children to go to school, what are they learning in school? If they are completing school education, what are the pipelines that are there so that they are actually successful? But we've also seen very motivated families who are unable to send their daughters to school because of socio-cultural norms. Now, if the daughters step out of the house, even though they are going for tuition classes, we've heard of harassment cases, and these are pretty normal. We've all grown up with these cases in India. It is hard. It's really hard for them to take such decisions in highly like rigid, socio-cultural norms.
What was one of the things that happened and you felt like, you know what, this is amazing and this is why I do what I do?
One was, I think, this news of Google, but I'll tell you why. There's of course the delight of receiving the news, but
congratulations on that.
Thank you. All of the organizations actually have been struggling during COVID. The girls were removed from schools. They had been sent back to their homes. We knew that there were cases of child marriage happening with the girls we were working with, and so we started kind of looking around. What are the ways in which we can connect with girls? Internet, of course, was a gaga everywhere. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work in these communities because of various reasons. We tried radio, and then eventually we came to IVRS. IVRS actually stands for Interactive Voice Response System. Very commonly, you have encountered this system when you book tickets, when you call customer care. But we have actually kind of did a spin-off on the system because it doesn't use internet. So we have framed educational stories around grade level content on 6 themes for girls. And these stories would go every time while they were at home during COVID. And this is kind of like a full circle. And I think that was a really nice surprise. That was one. The other thing in general is when I'm in schools with girls, I think that's the best part.
That's amazing. Tell me something. Now that it's bigger and you said now it's international, what is the sort of scope of work that SwaTaleem is doing in the US?
Because the work we do, it requires a lot of research backing. I think US has been really helpful in that sense. We have research partnerships with University of Illinois, for example. We regularly come and speak here at the Center for Global Studies. And those kinds of things not just give you visibility, but it actually does add a lot to advocacy.
I mean, there's a lot of people who want to do similar work, and they will look up to an organization like SwaTaleem Foundation. So if you had to give away one very important lesson that you learned on the way, which one would that be?
I think many.
You share many.
Start small. The way you treat your maids at home is the starting point. The way you support women in your family is the starting point. Treat them with equality. There are so many ways in which you can volunteer. There are so many ways in which you can contribute to causes. Make that part of it and be committed to it. Keep your approach community-centric. I think that takes you a long way.
I also respect you for saying in the beginning of our conversation that you don't want to be saviors. And I think that's a great way to start a conversation where you want to do community work. So I think it's just beautiful what SwaTaleem is doing. Thank you so much for joining us, Ananya.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to be here. Yes, thank you.
Okay, this was Ananya from SwaTaleem Foundation. अगर आप किसी तरह उनके साथ connect करना चाहते हैं, if you want to volunteer, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to help in any way, please go check out the links in the description below. I am so happy that I got to do this when I talked to these amazing women. उससे पहले हम मिलेंगे Thursday को. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should do that. It's free of cost. Until we meet. Love.